a tow barless tug. Walang tow. Walang bar yung tow natin. So, a tug connects via tow bar or clamps into the nose wheel. Okay, gets guys? Thumbs up lang kayo. Okay. Interphone communication. So interphone communication, ground crew and pilots communicate via headset. So meron tayong mga headset na ginagamit. So yung headset natin, yan yung way of communication natin with the pilot and the ground crew. So hindi naman pwede na magsha-shout-shout lang tayo, magsisigaw-sigaw lang tayo, hindi yan madidinig ng piloto, especially if maingay sa labas. And if naka-on yung engines natin, hindi talaga tayo maririnig ng piloto. So that's why we use headset. Hydraulic system configuration. Nose wheel steering is disconnected, typically using the hydraulic system. Siyempre, di-disconnect natin yung nose wheel steering kasi yung kapag meron tayong steering, kapag naka-on yung hydraulic system natin sa nose wheel steering natin, then nag-tow na tayo, masisira yung hydraulic systems natin or yung hydraulic lines natin. Nagets ba guys? Okay. So engine start sequence, pilot, initiate engine start. So kapag push back na tayo, nag-engine start tayo, sabay nag-engine start yung piloto, or depende lang yan kung kapag makapark na si piloto sa taxiway, doon na siya mag-engine start, or habang tayo nag-push back. Gets guys? So the ATC authorizes pushback direction and stop point. Braking confirmation. So pilots confirm brake application before pushback stops. Then tow bar disconnection. Ground crew disconnects the tug and signals the pilot. So tow bar truck. Tow bar tug. A tug with a tow bar connects to the aircraft's nose gear for pushback. So nasa picture natin, that's your tow bar tug. So tow barless tug, yung pinakita ko nina picture, ito siya. Wala siyang bar. Ito siya yung bar niyan, yung nasa likod. So this tug clamps into the nose wheel, providing more maneuverability. Okay. Tow bar is a metal bar linking the tug and the aircraft for pushback and towing. So yung nasa likod nito, yung yellow na color is your tow bar. Headset, like I said kanina, yung ginagamit natin for ground crew for clear communication with the pilots. So vehicles and equipments used. So interphone system, ito yung nasa baba ng nasa belly ng Airbus natin, yung A320 natin. Nandun yung interphone system. So doon natin kinoconnect yung headsets natin for communication with the flight crew. Chocks, ito yung rubber blocks placed around wheels to prevent unintended moving. So tinatanggal na natin yan kapag mag-i-initiate na tayo ng pushback. So martial ones. Martial ones are illuminated buttons or yung mismong para siyang light, orange yung color, wand siya na nagla-light or glow in the dark, ganun. Used for hand signals in low visibility conditions. Hydraulic bypass pin disengages nose wheel steering for safe pushback. So yung hydraulic bypass pin, yun yung kinoconnect natin para mag-bypass yung hydraulic system para meron tayo ng steering gamit ng tow bars natin. So, disconnect niya yung yellow system sa nose wheel steering ng aircraft natin. And then lastly is yung high visibility vest. So, kailangan nyo magsuot ng vest kapag nasa ramp kayo para makita kayo ng mga para hindi kayo maging hazard dun sa ramp. So, general steps in pushback process. So, preparation, ground crew confirms clearance, removes chocks, and connects the tug. Pilots configure hydraulics and set parking brakes. The communication, ground crew establishes interphone communication with pilots and verifies pushback instructions. Brake release. Pilots release parking brakes when instructed, allowing movement. Next is pushback initiation. Tug pushes aircraft along the clear taxi route with pilots monitor the aircraft position. Then engine start, dito na mag-engine start na yung aircraft. Pilots initiate engine startup, typically starting engine 2 first. Then pushback completion, once matapos na yung pushback nyo, tug stops at the designated point and pilots apply brakes when signaled. So, kapag nasa taxiway na yung aircraft, ina-apply na natin yung mga brakes. Para sila na yung, kasi yung tugs natin, sila yung mismong nagko-control sa aircraft natin, di ba? And if i-disconnect natin yung mismong tow bar natin, and hindi natin namalayan na yung ramp pala is may slant or slanted yung ramp natin. So, if hindi nag-apply ng brake si pilot, there's a possibility na mag-move yung aircraft. Okay? That's why, before natin i-remove yung tow bar natin, kailangan mag-apply muna sila ng brakes. Okay? So, tow bar disconnection. Ground crew disconnects tug and removes the bypass pin. Okay? Huwag niyong kakalimutin na i-remove yung bypass pin. Okay? Final checks. Ground crew inspects the area and signals pilots for clearance. Hand signals. Crew gives thumbs up to confirm all equipment is clear. So, yung hand signal nyo is thumbs up to give a indication na clear na lahat. And taxi clearance. Pilots contact ATC for taxi instructions before moving forward. Next. So, ito na yung mga rules natin kapag nasa very well, guys. So, pushback personal rules. So, yung mga rules natin doon is first, yung pushback operator. So, that's the tug driver. or pushback operator natin operates the tug, controls pushback speed and direction, and follows ATC instructions. So si pushback operator, sila yung nagdra-drive ng tow bar natin or yung tug natin. Okay? So they have certain mga licenses before sila mag-operate mismo ng tow bars natin. Headset operator. So si headset operator uses interphone. So yung headset man uses interphone to communicate with pilots, relays instruction, and ensures a smooth process. Wing walkers. So wing walkers are positioned at wingtips. So ito nasa picture, that is a wing walker. So nakaposition kayo sa wingtips, ensuring clearance from obstacles and signal any hazards. So kapag, for example, merong aircraft sa katabi, sa wings mo, I mean sa right side and sa left side mo, so kailangan may mga wing walkers in order na makita ng mga wing walkers if matatamaan ba yung wings natin kapag nagpo-pushback tayo. So kayo magsi-signal kayo kung kung clear ba or merong obstruction. Okay? Importance of coordination during A320 pushback. Safety. So prevents collision, ensuring aircraft ground crew and equipment remain clear of hazards. Efficiency minimizes delay by ensuring smooth execution and adherence to airport schedule. So, isang importante natin na alamin na sa line maintenance, importante talaga yung time. Okay? So, we have to bear in mind that yung time sa line maintenance is very crucial. So ayaw natin yung mga delays na mangyari when we are doing our maintenance. Okay. So next is communication. So importante yung communication natin with the pilot and the ground crew and the ATC para kung anong instructions, continuous lang. Walang misunderstandings. Okay? So importance of coordination during A320 pushback and obstacle avoidance. Swing and or tail walkers. So monitor surroundings, ensuring clearance from other aircraft and ground vehicles. So braking control, pilots apply brakes only when instructed, preventing abrupt stops or unintended movement. Engine start management, ensure safe start timing and monitoring pushback. So hydraulic system handling, proper coordination, ensuring the nose wheel steering system is disconnected. So kailangan nyo i-check muna bago kayo mag-commence ng inyong pushback na naka-disconnect yung nose wheel steering. Weather adaptation, so crew adjust pushback procedures based on wind, rain, or icy conditions. Emergency response, quick coordination helps manage unexpected issues like tug failure or brake malfunctions. Pushback trap connection. So Preparation. The aircraft's parking brake is set to keep it stationary while parked. So, kailangan yung parking brake is nakaset muna before natin ilagay yung mga yung tow bar natin. Arrival of pushback tug. So the pushback truck arrives at the aircraft, aligns itself with the nose gear, and towing pin is inserted if required. So meron tayong towing pin, i-reinsert natin yung towing pin. Then safety precautions, the ground ensures the surrounding area is clear and that chocks are removed from the wheels. So before natin mag-start talaga ng pushback natin, naka-remove na yung chocks natin. So, connect the pushback tug. The tug connects the aircraft's nose with the tow bar. So, i-connect na natin dito sa baba, sa nose wheel natin. Confirm connection. The connection is checked and confirmed by the ground crew and the tug driver. So, i-check nyo kapag connected na ba talaga. Okay, release the parking brake. So, i-release na yung parking brake. The aircraft's parking brake is released once the tug is securely connected. This allows the tug to start pushing the aircraft. Initiate the pushback. The tug starts pushing the aircraft backward, guiding it into the correct position. Separation. Once aircraft is pushed back sufficiently, the tug disconnects and the aircraft is ready to taxi. Coordinating with ATC. So, before natin mag-start yung mismong pushback natin, co-communicate muna si pilot with the ATC or the air traffic control to confirm pushback clearance. And mag-receive sila ng taxi instructions kung saan sila dadaan. Okay. Importance of keeping aircraft stable during pushback. So ensure the parking brake is released only after tug connection. Monitor nose wheel alignment and avoid sharp turns to prevent damage and ensure safety. So yung nose wheel natin, meron na siyang maximum amount of angle na pwede siyang i-move. So kapag masobrahan siya sa maximum niya, masisira yung nose landing gear natin. Pushback termination. So tapos na yung pushback nyo. Pushback should be stopped once the aircraft reaches the desired position. Ensure tug disengagement, parking brake application, and check for safety before finalizing the process. So ensure niyo muna na disengage na yung tug natin. Before that, naka-engage mo na yung parking brake. Then check for safety before finally check niyo muna yung surroundings, check if closed na lahat yung mga doors, mga latches, mga panels before kayo umalis. Before niyo matapos yung pushback process. So, confirm pushback termination with ATC, ground crew, and flight crew. Ensure all parties are informed of successful termination and ensure a safe transition to taxiing. So, confirm mo na sa piloto na tapos na, confirm mo sa ground crew, and the pilots will inform the ATC. So, pushback challenges. Common problems faced during pushback. Equipment malfunction, aircraft misalignment, blocked pathways, or poor visibility can delay pushback. Handling unplanned events in case of unexpected situations like hydraulic failure or weather-related delays, communicate promptly with ATC. So, kapag meron tayong mga errors or may mga problems tayo na face, contact kaagad sa ATC. Okay? And ensure safety protocols and adjust procedures as the needed to ensure smooth operation. So, pushback training. Importance of proper training for all personnel. Proper training ensures safety, efficiency, and adherence to procedures during pushback operations. So, types of training. So, isang training natin dito is yung ginagamit natin sa classroom is yung VR. Okay? That's one kind of training. And other training simulations for emergency scenarios like hands-on on-site training for equipment use and classroom sessions for reinforced theory. Headset communication. So, ano ba yung headset communication natin? So, importance for clear, reliable communication between cockpit crew, ground crew, and air traffic control. So, ensuring safe and efficient operations during various phases of flight. So, kapag at all times na nasa ground si aircraft, either arrival, transit check, and departure, meron tayong naka-headset tayo. Okay. Types of headset. Noise cancelling headsets for cockpit communication and specialized headsets for ground crew to block out ambient noise, ensuring clarity during ground operations. Communication protocols. It follows strict ICAO or yung International Civil Aviation Organization protocols to ensure clarity, accuracy, and safety. Standardized phraseology minimizes misunderstandings and ensures efficient exchanges between pilots, ATC, and ground crew. So dapat meron tayong correct way of communicating with each other or yung standard na communication na ginagamit natin. So key aspects, communication use structured formats including call signs and clear instruction. Pilots and ground crews are trained to follow these protocols to avoid miscommunication and ensure safe, efficient operations. So, ito yung headset natin. One of the example is David Clark, which offers a range of aviation headsets. So, corded models, yung DC Pro X2. Then, ito yung isa, yung cordless model. Meron tayong wireless with the use of Bluetooth. So, headset setup. Ensure proper connection. So, begin by ensuring the connection between the headset and the aircraft's communication system. In the cockpit, this involves connecting the audio panel. So before kayo magkameron ng communication with the pilot, confirm mo muna kung loud and clear ka ba. Okay? So by confirming that, magsasabi kayo na ground to cockpit or ground to flight deck. Ganun. In order to establish na meron nadidinig ba ako ng piloto. Ganun. Okay? Secure headset for ground crew. Securely connect the headset to the pushback system or communication device, ensuring it's either wired or cordless depending on the equipment used. So, proper microphone positioning. Adjust the microphone to be positioned near the mouth to ensure optimal voice clarity during communication. Check volume levels. Ensure the volume is set to appropriate levels of avoiding distortion or discomfort for both the speaker and the microphone. Test functionality. Before starting any operations, so test nyo muna yung headsets nyo. Kapag gumagana ba yung mga headsets nyo? Mahirap kasi kung nandun na kayo sa ramp, tapos yung nadala nyo na headset is not functioning well, o hindi talaga nagfa-function, so hindi kayo magkakameron ng communication, ng clear communication with the pilot. Okay? Troubleshooting headset communication. Kung no sound or static, interference, or loose connections yan. Low volume, headset volume settings, or faulty wiring. So, Mic not working. Mic may be turned off or disconnected. Echoing or feedback, incorrect headset placement, or audio interference. So, ganito. If ever pupunta kayo sa line, it's advisable na magdala kayo ng dalawang headset. One is for gamit nyo talaga, and then the other one is for backup. In cases na hindi gumagana yung isa. At least, kapag hindi siya gagana or meron siyang malfunction, meron pa kayong extra na backup na pwede nyo pang gamitin. Then after that, i-erase nyo na itong headset is malfunctioning or hindi gumagana. Okay. How to address malfunctioning equipment. So check connections, ensure the headset is securely plugged into the jack. Test volume settings, adjust the volume, and check mute switches. Inspect cables, look for any visible damage or loose connections. Reboot or restart power cycle the aircraft communication system if necessary. Replace faulty equipment, so swap out malfunctioning headsets with the spares. So that's what I said kanina. Kailangan or it's advisable na magdala kayo ng spare headset. So, use of hand signals by ground crew. Why headsets may be supplemented by visual cues. So, noisy environments, high engine or equipment noise may make headset communication difficult. Visibility in low light. In poor lighting or fog, hand signals ensure clear communication. So back up in case of equipment failure, kung hindi gumana yung, for example, dalawa yung dinala mo, tapos hindi gumana yung isa, tapos hindi din gagana yung isa. So, meron kayong way of communication na through hand signals. Okay? So, I think you have meron kayong nung training nyo, yung sa theoretical nyo, yung marshalling. Marshalling, ramp safety and marshalling. So, tinuruan kayo ng mga hand signals. Common na hand signals natin dito is thumbs up, indicates approval to proceed or readiness for pushback. Waving hand signals stop or halt during pushback. Pointing directs to the aircraft to move in a specific direction. Flat hand signals to slow down or reduce speed. Closed fist indicates stop immediately. Or yung closed fist is actually apply parking brakes also. Okay. Key communication terms. So flight deck cockpit used to refer to the area where the pilots are located. Communication with the flight deck or cockpit is common between the pilots and the rest of the crew. ATC or ground personnel. Tower, ATC, refers to the air traffic control unit responsible for managing air traffic in the vicinity of the aircraft. In the airport, primarily during takeoff, landing, and in-flight communication. Ground crew, used when referring to ground personnel or ATC services managing an aircraft while on the ground, such as pushback, taxiing, and parking operations. Delivery for ATC refers to the ATC unit responsible for providing pilots with their initial clearance before departure, including flight plan details and routing instructions. Approach or departure. So ATC din to. Approach is the ATC service that guides the aircraft as they near the airport during landing. Departure refers to the ATC managing the aircraft as they leave the airport and enter the en route phase of flight. So ramp, ito yung mga nasa ground. So refers to the area of the, yung ramp is kung saan nagpa-park ang aircraft or saan yung gate natin. The airport, so kung saan nakapark nag-unload tayo, and nagsa-service tayo. Ground crew communicates with ramp for handling, parking, boarding, refueling, and maintenance operations. Runway or taxiway refers to the strip used for takeoff and landing, while taxiway is the path that the aircraft uses to move between runway, gates, and other airport areas. Pilot communicate with ATC to navigate these areas. The clearance delivery, a specific service for ATC that provides pilots with their initial clearance, departure clearance, including their flight plan, route, and departure procedures. So this is our communication panel. So simply as the interphone system. It facilitates communication between flight deck or the cockpit, cabin, and ground crew. So communication with the ground crew must use headsets connected into the interphone system. These headsets are typically plugged into the specific communication jacks located in the cockpit, often near the GPU outlet. Why is the ground power near the why it is near the ground power receptacle? So maintenance communication. So bakit ba malapit daw yung ground power receptacle or kung saan nakaalagay yung GPU natin, saan nakasaksak yung GPU natin, malapit sa interphone system natin. So isang reason is to arrest maintenance checks as soon as possible. Safety and coordination, essential during power up and pushback. The headsets ensures contact when performing checks or managing external power connection and system readiness. Ground crew plug in the headset. Ground crew plugs in the headset near the GPU outlet to communicate directly with the cockpit or other ground personnel. Communication activation, once connected, the flight deck initiates communication via the interphone, allowing two-way communication between the ground and the cockpit. How it works. So, coordinating ground operations, communication ensures coordinated actions including engine start confirmation, GPU system checks, and verifying aircraft readiness and safety for departure. Post-flight and shutdown. Used post-landing for shutdown, post-flight checks, and coordinating deboarding with ground crew. So ito yung mga scripts natin na ginagamit which will be teach then sa VR nyo. So I won't be mentioning this much kasi nandun na yan sa VR nyo. And mas detailed dun sa VR nyo. Summary key points to avoid miscommunication and accident. Use standard phrases and confirm readiness. Maintain continuous two-way communication via the interphone or radio. Ensure visual contact and use for safety equipment. Conduct pre-pushback briefings and emergency scenario rehearsals. Provide additional safety personnel and practice situational awareness and environmental considerations. So, identifying the issue. Mga pushback interruptions natin kapag nagkakameron tayo ng emergency or errors sa pag-pushback natin. So, communicate natin sa flight deck. Example, flight deck to ground, we're experiencing a delay. Please confirm the reason for the interruption. So, magtatanong na si piloto, ba't ba tayo nagkakameron ng delay? So, ikaw as a ground personnel, sabihin mo na kung ano yung cause ng delay. For example, we have encountered an issue with the pushback equipment. Stand by for updates. Or actually, dapat magsasabi na kayo na meron na kayo before pa magtanong si flight crew, yung piloto natin, magsasabi na kayo na meron kayong issue sa pushback equipments nyo. So, ground crew to flight crew, sasabihin nyo na pushback is temporarily delayed. We're resolving the issue. Please hold in position. So, mag-reply si piloto na understood. Stand by for further instructions. Confirm when pushback can proceed. Okay, so kailangan meron tayong constant communication. Adjusting for new instructions, flight crew to ground crew, are there any changes to the pushback procedure or clearance? So, magtatanong na si flight crew kung meron bang bagong procedure, pushback procedure. Okay, so ground crew, sasabihin nyo na pushback clearance is now updated. Proceed with adjusted plan and will guide you. So, sabi na si ground crew na nag-update yung pushback plans nila. Post-delay communication. Pushback complete, flight deck, you are cleared to taxi. So, tapos na, nag-delay from your delays and all. So, sasabihin na si ground crew na, thank you ground, ready to taxi, contact ATC for clearance. ATC communication protocol. So, role of ATC in pushback clearance, granting of ATC pushback clearance provides pushback clearance after ensuring the aircraft is not conflicting with other traffic and that the airport ground operations are ready. Providing taxi instructions after pushback, ATC issues taxi instructions for the aircraft to proceed the runway, ensuring a safe and clear route. Legal requirements for communication during pushback is may regulatory compliance tayo within the ICAO standards or the International Civil Aviation Organization. Nagmamandate sila ng standardized communication procedures for pushback to ensure safety and efficiency in airport operations. FAA and EASA regulations in regions like USA, so USA sila yung FAA, and Europe sa EASA, clear communication is required for these agencies regulated. Clearance before pushback. Pushback must not begin until the flight crew receives proper clearance from ATC and ground operations are ready. So two-way communication, continuous yung communication with the cockpit, ATC, and the ground crew. So communication must be maintained between flight crew, ground, and ATC to ensure safety during pushback and taxi. So key legal communication requirements, recording communications related to pushback, including requests and clearances, must be recorded as per regulatory requirements for safety and audit purposes. So, any question, guys? May nuggets nyo ba yung mismong pushback and headset communication? Guys, can you hear me? No? Any questions? Any questions?
None po, sir.
None, sir.
Everything was clear lang ba?
Yes po, sir.
So this is yung sinabi ko kanina, mag-screenshot na kayo ngayon. Screenshot na kayo, guys, before tayo mag-end. I'll be sending a link mamaya na doon kayo mag-a-answer ng form nyo for your attendance now, today. Klaro ba?
Yes po.
Yes po, sir.
So, tapos na ba? Yung iba? Screenshot. So that's it for today, guys. Tomorrow you will have your face-to-face classes. Okay? So you'll have your magsa-start niya kayo sa gamification. Then after ng gamification niya, yung guided mode niya, then refresher mode, and then of course yung test mode. Okay? Klaro ba, guys?
Yes po, sir.
Okay, you may now leave. If done na
Sir,
kayo.
sir, may tanong lang po.
Sige, go.
May pasok po ba tayo sa Thursday?
Sa Thursday, wala kayong pasok.
Okay po, sir.
Holiday
Thank you.
po. Pero tomorrow, you have classes. 6 a.m.
Yes po, sir.
So always.
Okay po, sir.
Okay, guys, you may now leave. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yes,
Thank you po, sir.
Thank you, sir.